Hey everybody, welcome to the first free masterclass for 2025. I don't know about you, but this year feels like it just is gone. Like even this masterclass in my head, I'm like, this was over a month away. I don't know how we're already halfway through January. If you're just now joining, I'm so glad that you're here. If you would, just tell me where you're from in the comments so I can say hi. If you've purchased my book and you type book, I want to call out your name and say thank you so much. This is going to be a really great time together. We're going to spend probably about 30, 45 minutes so I can let you get back to whatever you're doing. But I'm going to make sure that it's very impactful. It's power punched. As always, we're going to make it short and sweet and easy. So thank y'all so much. I see everybody coming in. Victoria, thank you so much. Kim, Christian, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. I see Sarah and Amy, Joni. Yeah, awesome. Thank y'all so much. I see Helen, Andrea, Eric, and then Erica. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that y'all here. All right, and keep going because I'll continue to watch in the comments. And when you comment, it makes me feel good that like I'm not by myself in a room, which I am. So I feel like I'm very much connected to you. I am so thankful that you're here. For those that aren't probably going to be able to attend the whole entire live session, no sweat. I get it. Life is busy. I'm going to go ahead and get straight to the point right at the outset. I know, and you know, that I've been doing this for about 2.5 years, and I feel nervous telling you about this. I've been giving free content for 2.5 years, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm still going to do the videos in my car. Those are never going away. I have the book coming out. I want to bring you with me on the book tour as much as I possibly can. And I've been thinking, and a lot of you did a survey that I sent out a few months ago of, where is my life going? And I feel so much that this passion to share communication advice with people has been such a big part of my life and passion. And for the last 1.5 years, I've been working and for the first time launching today, the Jefferson Fisher School of Communication. And I'm doing that in collaboration with the Texas Executive Education at the McCombs School of Business with the University of Texas at Austin. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to talk about all the details of it after this masterclass because I want to make sure that I give real value for what you came for here in the masterclass. But for the very first time, it's going to be a School of Communication. I have friends that are helping me out on my team that are going to put a link there. So you can feel free to look at it, look at the landing page. But right now, I want to dive into the masterclass and get some real value going right away. So let me make sure I put this up. Awesome. Can we see the slides? Very cool. Also, thank you all so much for all the love and support in the chat of the support in the School of Communication. For many different reasons, I'm just nervous to share that with y'all. It's something I've just been really working on. So just thank you very much for making me feel good about that. Truly, I really appreciate that. I want you to make sure you can see the slides. I'm going to push this up. So I have an overview of what I want to talk about with you today. And I think this is going to be the best view for us. Well, we're going to work on this. So overview for 2025, I got lots of feedback from your emails. And this is what I want to focus on for this year. And that is one, what you say. So we're going to first focus on what you say. Number two, what you protect, what you want to protect in your life. And number three, what you want to share. And those are all things that are going to be influenced in your communication. And I want that to be something that you see throughout the 2025 to say, hey, right now, looking at me, talking with me, have you really given true thought to who you want to be, what you want to protect, and what you want to share for 2025? It's a whole new year. I can't believe 2024 just up and gone, but we're here and we're now. So have you done the work? Have you asked yourself the question, who do I want to be in 2025? And it really breaks down to these three things. What do I want to say? What do I want to protect? And what do you want to share? All right. First thing I want you to, if you have something to write down, or in the chat, we can do this in the chat. I want you to fill in this blank. I want to speak with blank. I want to speak with integrity. I want to speak with confidence. I want to speak with assertiveness. I want to speak with grace, with kindness. I want you to fill in the blank. Oh, I like this. Somebody says clarity. Brittany says clarity. I love that so much. That's awesome. Humility, intention, authority, compassion, confidence, mindfulness. These are so good. Fill in that blank in your mind. What do you want to speak with? How do you want to speak? Some questions that are going to help you with that are these. Who will your words say that you are? Number 2, how do you want people to feel? And number 3, what is your ripple effect? Now, I say those because what you may not realize, and this is so true, but for the vast majority of your life, people will only experience you based on what comes out of your mouth. They'll only know who you are based upon what you say. When you say somebody is a nice person, hey, so-and-so is a nice person. What do you really mean? What you really mean is that they say nice things. They sound nice. They say nice things. They compliment me. They're polite. They say things respectfully. They are a nice person. On the flip side, when you think of somebody who's rude that you don't like, it's because they say things you don't like. It's the tone of their voice. It's the way they say things that may downgrade you. So really, it's what comes out of your mouth is what they know about you. It's going to control your reputation. And from reputation controls your legacy. So I want you to keep in mind, who will your words say that you are? If you want to be somebody that's kind and is known as a kind person, then you have to say kind things. It doesn't work the other way around. You can't say unkind things and be considered a kind person. If you want to be somebody who's compassionate, who's kind, who's speaking with helpfulness and trustworthy. I'm looking at all these comments right here. Every time you have that in your mind, I want to speak with blank, then you have to go to these questions of how do I want to be perceived and how is that something that I want to project out into the world? Cool. I want to speak with fill in the blank. That is going to be your mission for 2025. All right, you with me? Let's go. Here is another one I want you to fill out. I want to protect my blank. I want to protect my peace. I want to protect my family. I want to protect my time. Maybe I want to protect my career and my passion. There's something in your life that you don't want to lose. All right? It's something that I want to hold on to. I want you, if you have it, write it down, put it in the chat. I like this one. Sanity. I want to protect my sanity. That was a good one. It went by real quick. I don't see who said that, but that's a very good one. Mental health, myself, my integrity, my boundaries, my faith. I love all these. Absolutely. My true self. Yeah, absolutely. Julie says my energy. I want to protect my. So questions that help with that. What is draining you in your life? If you're having a hard time of knowing, well, I don't really know what I want to protect, Jefferson, in my communication for 2025. These are the questions I want you to ask. What is draining me? What do I don't look forward to? I always want to avoid. I procrastinated. I don't want to get into it. What's draining you? You're going to most likely have an immediate answer to that. What are you tired of giving? I'm tired of feeling like I'm drained. I'm always giving and people are always taking from me. I'm such a people pleaser. Maybe that resonates with some of you. Where is your buffer? Have you asked that question in your life? Where is your buffer? You're filling in the blank. I want to protect my. What do you want to protect? Where is the buffer in your life? Do you just give? Are you please, please, please? You say yes, yes, yes. Or do you have a place of sense of, I know where my buffer is in my time? All right. I like these. I'm tired of giving excuses. Mike, that's a good one. I love that one, brother. Okay. The last one, the top that I want you to think of for 2025 in your communication is, I want to share my blank. I want to share my generosity. I want to share my peace. I want to share my passion. Where are you in your life that you want to share? Because there's so much in life that is going to come back to you because you give. Not in the way that you're people pleasing, that kind of gift. No, it's a what is your gift in the world? It does not matter if it's, I want to share my art. I want to share my songs. I want to share something that I create. This is an essential element of being, of existing, is to create things, to share with other people. What I'm doing with you right now, and even the videos in the car that I use on my silly phone, right? That is what I love to do. I love to share advice to help people communicate. And that comes by me creating. And that feeds me and gives me passion. I'm not saying at all you have to all of a sudden pick up your phone and start creating videos. Absolutely not. You can do it on a very small scale of just, what do you want to share? I want to be gracious and kind to people in a way that shares my personality with them. So fill in the blank. I want to share my, oh, I love this, God's grace. It's perfect. My wisdom, my friendship, my vulnerability. Absolutely. Some questions that are going to help with that. If you're having trouble with it, what draws your creativity? What draws your creativity? What inspires you? Even if it's just cooking, I want to share my food. Doesn't matter. What fills you up instead of drains you? Where do you find your joy? I find a lot of joy in my family. I find a lot of joy in talking with y'all and meeting new people. That is my joy. So to fill in that blank is, I want to share my time. I want to share my warmth with everybody. These are big key pillar things I want you to focus on coming into 2025, specifically for your communication. This is the overview, and we're about to get really granular. All right, because I know in very Jefferson style, I'm going to give you very practical takeaways that you can start implementing right away. Okay. I want to speak with blank. Take that answer that you had. How you want to speak is who you want to be. So push that into your mission statement for 2025. How you want to speak is who I want to be. Maybe I want to be more compassionate. I want to be kind. It is your gut value. So you have to go into what's important to you. So for example, let's say your advice, maybe you want to share your advice or you want to protect that, but also that's the way you want to speak to people. Let's say you want to be more assertive. You want to have more confidence. Whatever it is, this is what I want you to do. So for example, you can write down some phrases that are going to focus that particular mission. So for example, if you want to say, I want to speak with assertiveness, all right? Then you're going to get rid of the things in your vocabulary that don't speak to that mission, and you're going to boost the things that do. For example, confidence, assertiveness. You're going to get rid of the, I hate to bother you, but no more of that this year. I don't care if you have to write it on a sticky note and put it on your laptop to get rid of it every single time you write an email. Does that make sense? Every time you ask that, you have to think in your head, that's not what I want to say. Instead, I'm going to say other things. We're going to go through that. And other, I just. Now, just is a word that, it's not a bad word. Just saying these are things that you go, this isn't feeding my mission of how I want to speak, then I'm going to get rid of it. So here are some phrases that you can use instead. Instead of, I hate to bother you, it's just, I'd like to talk to you when you have the chance. I'd like to talk to you when you have a moment. I'd like to meet with you. I like to visit with you, instead of, I hate to bother you. Because really, you don't hate to bother them. You're doing it right now. All you're doing is telling them what I'm about to say is going to bother you. You want to get rid of that. It doesn't speak to your mission. Does that make sense? I understand that the reason you say that is because you think, well, I want to make sure I am saying the right thing. Nothing wrong with that. Just understand that what you're also doing is making it sound like you're not really sure what you said. So you want to make sure they know. And also it assumes that the other person doesn't understand what you said. So what if I said something simple as, 2 + 2 is 4. Does that make sense? You might think, well, yeah, of course it makes sense. I know 2 + 2 + 4. So it's better to just ask the question, what are your thoughts? Do you have any questions? What are your thoughts is probably the best response to replace that with. That's going to feed into the mission of how you want to speak. Another is just that word, just. If I were to say, hey, I just wanted to talk with you. I just wanted to touch base, remove it. I wanted to touch base. You see how much you're leaning into that? I'm not, just makes you sound more hesitant. When you take out just, I wanted to do something. I wanted to call you. I wanted to check in. Now it is much more assertive into your language, which feeds into your mission. All right. So I want to speak with blank, whatever that word is that you wrote in the chat. I want you to think of phrases and ways you're going to promote that word and things you're going to take away from it. So you're going to get rid of the things that don't feed into it. Cool? All right. I want to protect my. Now, these are the ways that what I like to couch it is, what you want to protect are the boundaries that you need. What you want to protect are the boundaries that you need. So take what you said, and I want to protect my. I want to protect my. There's your boundary right there. What is your boundary going to protect? That word. That word. So I'm going to make sure that, here we go. Here's some ways. I think it might be better if I blow myself up on the screen a little bit more. You're going to turn the you can'ts into I don'ts. That's how I want you to start creating your boundary. If you have a problem with them, if they struggle, if you kind of feel hesitant about it, a really easy way to think about it of what you want to protect, whatever that word is, you turn the you can'ts into I don'ts. For example, you can't speak to me like that. Let's say I want to protect my mental health. Let's say I want to protect my peace of mind. So I'm going to promote the things that promote that and decrease the things that don't. You can't speak to me that way. You can't yell at me. You can't do that. You're going to flip that, say, I don't. I don't respond to that. I don't respond to that volume. I don't answer to things that are beneath me. You're going to find ways to say, I don't. It is a boundary setting mission where you're saying, hey, this is my instruction manual. This is my rule book for how you're going to communicate with me. 3 words that I really like when it comes to protection language is allow, accept, and work for me. You're just going to find ways to use those phrases. I'll allow that, or I won't allow that. I don't allow people to do X, Y, and Z. I don't accept that behavior. I don't accept that tone. You see how you're putting it's something like safeguard language. It's gatekeeping language that you're having a gate, a fence, a boundary to protect you from that, from taking it so personally, to accept it and let it hurt you and corrode your own values. The last one I like is work for me. They say that doesn't work for me. Very, very easy to do. It's something that it can be applied multiple different ways. And it's just simply, that doesn't work for me. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a time, a schedule, somebody's behavior. So, I mean, it's something I've even used with my kids. I say my daughter responds a certain way. I said, that's not going to work for me. Right? They already know just right there. That's not the behavior that the dad's going to accept. So ways you can use allow, what you don't, what you accept, and what you don't, and what works for you and what doesn't. These are just gate boundary language that you can use. Another is I'm willing to. Now that is something that is showing a condition. To say I'm willing to engage with this conversation if you stop yelling at me. I'm willing to continue talking if you stop interrupting me. It is a way to say, hey, look, there is a path. There is a path for us to communicate. We're not on it right now, but I'm willing to go down it if you abide by my boundaries. Or if you follow my boundaries, if you respect my boundaries, I'm willing to. All right. Is this helpful for y'all? I want you to understand that this is going to be one of many free masterclasses that I do throughout the year. And there's nothing more important to me to make sure that I have I feel I have a responsibility, and I mean that in the most genuine way, to say, I want you to have the best 2025 that you possibly can. And I'm somebody that believes that it begins with your communication. You want a better life? All it begins with is a better conversation. That's it. And sometimes that conversation just needs to be with yourself. And so these main 3 boxes of what you want to say, what you want to protect, and what we're about to go into is what you want to share. These are the ways that you're going to build the foundation for a better way to communicate in your life. So right now we just went through what you want to say, what you want to protect, and now we're going to go into what you want to share. I want to share my. Now, whatever you put that word in, what you want to share with the world is yours to amplify. Meaning, You have all the tools at your disposal to promote that to the world. However it is, it does not have to be social media. It does not have to be in a local news flyer. It can be person to person, right where you are. You don't have to go anywhere. You can start exactly where your feet are, even in your own house, even at your own workplace. What you want to share is yours to promote and amplify with the world. And that's a really wonderful thing. Here's some elements that I want to add to that, is because a lot of the time, what you want to share, we don't, because we get defensive. What we want to share, we don't, because we naturally get defensive, or we make the other person defensive. Here are some things that are going to cut down on that. And when you do, you're going to have an easier time sharing your truth and what's on your heart with the world. Cool? First is why. When I'm in a conversation with you, or maybe I'm in an argument with you, and let's put it in this. Let's say you did something this morning. How you made your coffee. And you put cream and sugar in it. And I said, why'd you do that? Why'd you put sugar in it? It sounds like I don't agree with you. It sounds like I disagree. I don't like it. And I'm challenging you in some way, as if there's a better way and you're not doing it. Because why is a very triggering word. It automatically gets people defensive. It automatically puts them on the why. Well, because I wanted to. That's why. It challenges our autonomy, our ability to think that we're independent. And by getting somebody to ask the question why, we get very defensive of that. All you need to do, if you have a question of somebody, like, why'd you do it that way? Just use what or how. That's it. Easy as that. Begin your question with what or how. How did you come about this? How did you get to that conclusion? Where did this come from? You can say where or what. What led you to that decision? Instead of saying, why'd you do that or why? It's instead of this challenge, you're going to find a much easier way. And I promise you, you can find a way to ask the question with what or how, and it's going to remove that defensive stinger. Another one is separating the person from the problem. When you're in these difficult conversations with people, it's very hard to focus on just you and I are not in a fight. It's the problem. It's the problem. Instead of it being me against you, you need to think of it as us two, we're together against the problem. And you can do that when you find ways to talk about the problem separately. Let's say, for example, you needed to give somebody some feedback on a project. Instead of saying, yeah, so your proposal needs a whole lot of work. It's not very good. See, I'm personalizing it when I'm saying your or what you've done or your work on it. But when I say the proposal, like the proposal could benefit from some clarity. The proposal could benefit from a few changes. You see, all of a sudden, that doesn't feel personal. It doesn't feel like I'm attacking you. I don't feel like the other person's going to get defensive because I'm saying, hey, we're a team. I'm trying to help you. And we're going to add on to what you're doing. I'm separating the person from the problem. Very important. The last one is probably one of my favorite pieces of advice. And if there's one thing I want you to come away from in this masterclass, is that there's a difference between saying, I'm trying to understand and I'm trying to learn. If you're saying something to me and I'm not really getting it, and I say, and you can tell that there's a little bit of confusion. I just say, hey, look, I'm just trying to understand. Okay. What I'm conveying to you, the signal that I'm sending is you're not explaining it well to me. You're not telling me what I need. So it becomes a you problem. And then there's frustration because you're like, of course, I don't know how to tell you any other way. You're just not understanding. Versus if we have some struggle and confusion and I say, I need you to say that again. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. Or versus what somebody said and you're just confused by it. You don't know why they're behaving this way. You go, look, I don't understand you. Versus I'm trying to learn here. All of a sudden it becomes teacher and student. The defensiveness goes away. Understand says, you're not teaching me. Learn says, I'm the student here. I'm an open book. So there's a whole lot less of that angst and the bad feelings that come with that. So there's a big difference of saying, I'm trying to understand, which sounds like I'm trying to understand you, versus I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn from you. And that's a whole lot better. So right now we really just went through this main three key pillars of what you can go forward with in 2025 and how you're going to move in your communication, how you're going to improve. I am so excited to see how this turns out for you in 2025. We talked about what to say. We talked about what you want to protect and what you want to share. We talked about some really practical phrases of ways to promote those key goals for this year and ways that you can remove and filter out the language that doesn't serve you in that capacity. I think that's going to be something, in fact, I know that's going to be something that's going to be useful for this year. And I hope you can tell I really am passionate about it. And I'm excited. I really am excited to hear all the feedback from at the end of this year to say, hey, look, I wrote down these 3 phrases and I stuck through these. I want you to see them. I want you to hear them in your mind every time you send a text message, every time you have a call, every time you're about to send an email. Is what you're going to send and how you're going to communicate. Do those serve the purposes and goals for which you set out? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, awesome. All right, this is a special announcement that I have. Like I said, I am I said this at the very beginning of the Masterclass. I have, for the very first time after 2.5 years, almost 3 years of free content and transitioning my life and honestly my family from, I have law practice and I'm having to transition. And I know that y'all are here because you care about me and you care about the message and the mission of what I'm about. And so for the very first time, I created the Jefferson Fisher School of Communication. And it's something that I did in collaboration with the University of Texas, Austin, Texas Education Center. And I'm just super excited about it. I want to make sure you know that I am still doing free master classes. I'm still going to be doing, these are going to be, much big overview classes for things. And I'm still going to be doing my car videos. It's not like I'm, what you called on here, getting above your raisins. That's not happening. I'm still going to be doing the everyday dad, husband, life, work stuff. And this is something I feel very, very passionate about because I want to be able to teach smaller classes. So to have private lessons, group coaching, I can call people up one-on-one and be able to share with them. And this is something I kid you not, I've been working on for 1.5 years at least. And I'm nervous about it, y'all. I'm nervous about it because I've never done anything like this. You know that I'm not a career influencer, whatever that word is. This is just something that has been inspired in my life, and it means a whole lot to me. My team is wonderful. I want to make sure that I give a shout out to Kelly, Mara, Lauren, John, Topper, Brennan, Naive. I mean, everybody's just been wonderful helping me build this. And I want to go through some of the other little things that make it important to me. So I built a AI that is going to have, it has every single one of my videos in it. It has every single one of my podcasts, has everything I've ever done with communication inside of it. And so what you can do, and I like playing around with it myself, is you can actually text it and say, hey, can you respond to this email? Or, hey, I just got this email, this text from a friend, copy and paste it in there. What should I say? There are a lot of different things. And it'll give you citations to the actual video of wherever it comes from. So it doesn't just pull this from the internet. It pulls it from only Jefferson stuff. Another part that I really like is that with the Texas Executive Education, you can get actual continuing education units. So for those that have professional development and you need credits, my live classes and courses that I'm going to be teaching will give you real CEU credit. So I want you to understand this is not fluff. This is not fake. This is actual real value that you can use for your professional development. So if you need CEUs, it's going to provide that for you, because I'm going to be able to bring on actual professors as well to help give a lot of the research back tools to help expand that. So I hope you see I've been really, really working on this for a long time. This is a graphic I had here of, I have a resource library, and the biggest thing is there's a lot of members. So once you get inside, put your picture and all that stuff, it can show you of who's kind of in your area, and I can be able to group people by occupation and what they do and help support each other. And then I can have specific classes that are just for teachers or just for realtors or just for healthcare. And so to help tackle these problems. So I really hope you can see I put a lot of effort and time into this. I'm about to share my landing page with you, but I want to let you know that those who sign up today that become a founding member, you are entered into a giveaway to where you can have a 30-minute call with me for free. So it's just 30 minutes that I'll get your cell phone number and we'll connect, and I'll be able to talk with you about really anything you want to talk about in your communication and help you line out your goals for 2025. And that's for people who sign up. I think we have it for the end of the week. So I think that's for people who want to sign up by the end of the week. All right, I'm going to share with you my landing page. I'm very excited about this. They have the, I want to make sure I can't see any. I think I can see the, yeah. Okay, cool. So I want to make sure they have the link for it on the tab here. And so if you're looking for this landing page, it's on my website. They also put the link and pin it here in the chat. So this is my deal. I really love this video. I encourage you to watch it. I made it for you, and I made it all by myself. So I'm very, very proud of it. But here's what you'll get as a member. You're going to get 24 access to my AI. That might weird you out. I get it. It's kind of weird, but it's really the best way to feel like I'm talking to you. It has a lot of information about me, and it's an easy way for us to communicate. The content library is searchable. So if you're looking for that particular video, it's in there and you can search it. Which you can just find it instead of scrolling through my Instagram, forever. Group coaching, Q&A. So about once a week, I'm going to go in and have Q&A sessions. And then once a month, I'll have a full live masterclass that goes much deeper into these given topics. And then the continuing education unit. So I'm really proud of that. And I don't know of really any other class or course that's out there that provides continuing education units. And I also went to the University of Texas. So of course, I love it. But if you went to A&M, you went to Oklahoma, I love you too. Don't worry about it. I'm going to keep scrolling down through here. This is the monthly. And then you'll have, I need to refresh that page actually. But here we have the direct access to me. You'll have earn credit for professional development and find the exact video that you need. So this is my landing page, y'all. I love it. I'm very excited about it. And this is something that means a whole lot to me. I'm going to stop sharing it right now, but I encourage you that if you want, just go check it out. I'd love for you to see it. And more importantly, I'd love for you to be a member. It's also, I already have it set up that it can work with businesses. So let's say you have a business and you have, 10 employees or so, you want a group discount. They'd be able to do that. And I can manage it all on the back end to make sure employees are using it. It's all ways to improve your communication. And as y'all are the founding members, I'm really wanting it for feedback too. So I want you to understand it's always going to be something that I continue to evolve and improve to make better for you, because that's really what I'm all about. I'm really excited about it. I want to make sure that they pinned it. I think they can have it. If y'all will let me know if you've seen my landing page. Will you just say yes? Down here. That would be awesome. Oh, okay, it is pinned. Pam says it is pinned. Karen says it's pinned. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Because I have to go through StreamYard to do it on here and not YouTube, so I can't see if it's actually in there. So I did this. I started the school, and it's been in my mind for 2 years now. When everybody was asking for a book, and I'm so excited on the book. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell y'all. So at the end of this month, I'll be releasing the book tour. I'm very, very excited about that. I think I'm going to 10 different states or 10 different cities. And yeah, it'll be the most traveling this country boy's ever done. So I'm very, very excited about that. But I'll be releasing that soon. And the main reason I wanted to start the school is so that I could dive deeper into helping. So imagine having a class just like this, and it's a small group of us, and that you're able to ask questions, and it's not just a flurry of comments, and I'm able to call on you by name, and then I'm able to actually bring you into my class, and the screen will split, and you'll be here, or I can bring in, I think, up to like 6 people. And so we can all talk and go into it. And I just see so much value into that. Like once a week, it's something that I just want to give. And I hope you hear the passion and sincerity in my voice. Understand that if you can't do it, I'm not disappointed. If you can't do it, I love you anyway. I'm still going to be doing all the free stuff. I'm still going to be doing my car videos. I'm still going to be the same Jefferson. I am doing this because there has been a demand for it. And I am so thankful, and I'm so curious as to where this is going to go in my life, and to improve, to continue to build this school. I think this is just a start, because I think you'll agree with this. I think one of the reasons my content resonates so well is that these messages sound so simple, but yet they have not been implemented, and people weren't taught this. I would love to be able to also transition things for teens and kids that can learn these skills at a very early age to help, put their armor on to where they're going to be somebody who can communicate and know who they are throughout their life. And so please know, from me to you, I'm so thankful for you. I am also going to, after the class is over, I get to go and look through your comments. So just because I don't see it right now, I go back and look at it. So just know it means the world to me. I don't you feel like this. I take that for granted. I never, ever, ever, ever take any of that for granted. I am immensely blessed and grateful for every one of you. If you have questions about my masterclass at all, you can go to hello@jeffersonfisher.com and ask any question that you want. I want to make sure that all of that's clear, but the landing page explains most things. We've been through that a lot, and I want to make sure that you feel good about that. My hope is that one day I can actually create full curriculum for schools and helping, like I said, helping kids and colleges to help with their communication skills, because so much of what's out there, a lot of the essentials in life, I feel like we weren't taught in school. And I bet you feel the same way in many cases. Today, what we learned is going into 2023, to wrap that up in the masterclass, we talked about what to say. We talked about what to protect in your life and what to share in your life. And I hope that you take those 3 words that you wrote down and apply them. I want them to just write them over your heart and understand that that's how you want to communicate, is who you want to be. And I truly believe that is how you're going to navigate. That's how you're going to approach situations. And you don't have to guess. You don't have to second guess. You're going to follow the value that you put in place. And that's going to make sure you have a much better 2025, because I really believe a better world begins with a better conversation. Simple as that. I'm going to be here for a little longer. This is the end of the masterclass. I'm so glad that I was able to show you all the landing page and the School of Communication. I want to make sure that if you have questions about it, I'm here to answer any questions and hang out for about 5 minutes. Please know I'm so grateful for you. I hope you enjoyed the masterclass. I want you to go to the landing page, look at it. I'd love for you to join and be a member. For those that are entered, or for those that join as a member this week, you're entered into a giveaway to have a 30-minute call with me. And I'd love to say hello. I'd love to have 30 minutes of just time for us to talk together. I think that would be really, really cool. I'm going to look at these comments for a little bit, and I just love it. Debbie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Also, if you've purchased my book, let me know in the comments so I can say thank you. If you've become a member in the last 10 minutes we've been talking right now, tell me so I can say thank you so much. Even if I can't do it in the chat right now, I will go back and be doing this. Michelle, thank you so much. Lavelle, Cleota, Jennifer, John, and Bill, I see y'all. Thank you so much. Lorraine says, waiting for your book. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate that. Let me look. Oh, for whatever reason, this has come up, and I'm not sure how to get rid of it. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's how it is. So I can actually click on people's comments, and it comes up. Very cool. Awesome. Would being Canadian pose a problem with being a member? Not at all. Canadians are extremely polite and friendly. There's nothing. Yeah, any of this. It's not a U.S. only. It's international. Thank you so much for thanks, Dallas. I appreciate you. The book, Bruce. The book is coming out in March. So real quick, I can talk to y'all about the book. That sound cool? So the book comes out March 12th, and that's coming very, very soon. So in about 2 weeks, I head to LA to do a bunch of podcasts, record those. Tomorrow and Friday, I am recording my audiobook. So I am narrating my book, which I'm very excited about. And I'm going to be recording that for 3 days. Go to LA, do a bunch of podcasts. I do some speaking in February. And then when March rolls around, I'll be doing, I think they have me going to 9 cities right now, which is just crazy for me. I'm very, very excited about that. And then at the end, I think in June right now, they're going to be having me go to the UK for a week for the book. So I'm really, really pumped about that. I think the book is in either 28 or I think we're very close to 30 languages and countries right now. Did y'all see that Oprah put my book on like top 10 self-help list? Like that was just, my mom's name is Sherlyn. Sherlyn lost her mind. She loved it. She was so excited. She's watched Oprah for forever. Never thought that would be happening. So I'm very, very excited about that. Also, how do y'all like the studio? So I built this studio out. It's in the back of a garage next to our house. And I'm just trying to do something that's not the cars. Cars still going to be there, don't worry. But I really, really love that. Yep. So I do have signed books. I do have signed books. Mandy, thank you for purchasing my book. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So what was I going to say? I lost my thought. We talked about the book. Oh, yes. If you're looking for signed copies, most of the signed copies, I think there's some left on Barnes & Noble and Books A Million. Those are the ones that go on signed copies. But I signed all the copies in the world, it felt like a few weeks ago. We signed like 4,000 copies. So very, very excited about that. I'm not going to drop the cities yet. But I'm coming to California. I'm coming to Texas. I'm coming to New York, going to Arizona. Going to be on the East Coast for a little bit. I'll be up in Illinois. So I'm really, really excited about it. Hopefully I get to go to Canada and some other places. Hopefully one day. I love Australia. I think that would be really, really cool. And I'm going to be awesome. Yes, the book is on Amazon. If you go to my website, under my book page, it has all the retailers on there. Also, for those that purchased the book, don't forget my bonuses. I made those for you to have for free with the book. So if you go to my book page and you scroll down, you can see where it says enter the order number you had, and you just click download and it'll send you all of the bonuses. So I don't want you to forget about the bonuses if you've purchased my book. So don't forget about that. Oh yeah, maybe Germany. I know my book will be in German. I know it's being translated and it'll be sold in Germany. I think that would be very cool. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Jen, Anna. Awesome. All right, we're right at the 45-minute mark, and I told you I want to keep it short and sweet. I am so blessed so blessed to have you with me. I hope you enjoyed this masterclass. If you didn't make all of it, or if you had to jump early, I'll send you the replay, not a problem. And I would love for you to join, check out the Jefferson Fisher School of Communication, where you can be able to change everything you want in life simply by changing your next conversation. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'll be around today. So y'all be good. All right, guys.